Hello there and welcome to this lap guide on Road America in iRacing 2025 Season 3, Week 10 it is right now in the Porsche Cup. And as always, you can get my setup on my Discord server for free, and you can also get the telemetry on Garage61 if you are a Twitch subscriber and follow the instructions on my Discord server. So as we can see, we did a 2.7.112, which is a pretty decent lap. But first we go and look at the track conditions, and as we can see, it is quite calm, right? But actually no, because the track temp is 40 degrees, so yeah, it is quite a hot track this week. But as we look down into the sector times, we can see pretty much nailed the lap. There was a little bit more to get here, but it looks really good. Lost just a little bit of some hundredths of a second here. And I would say we start with a lap. I show you around Road America and we'll see how this track works. Let's go. All right, here we go. As we approach turn 1, we can already see the cones here. Between the 4 and the 3 cones, we start to brake quite in the middle of it. And we brake down into 4th gear. We keep the tray braking pretty long. We try to go as deep on this curb as we can. If 4th gear doesn't fit you, try 3rd gear. 3rd and 4th gear are both kind of fast. It's both quite similar to each other, but in the end, you just need to find what fits you better. So we keep it 4th gear here. We hit the throttle quite early again, and we try to not go off track here. We can use all of the curves there. Next corner, we look for the number 2 on the left side, or other thing is this white line down here. Before that, we start to lift and we brake. 3rd gear, we try to keep it close to this curb. A little bit of tray braking again as usual. Not immediately full throttle. You can go on the outside here. Try to not get an off track here again. Just as usual. Then this straight line here is probably the most fights you're gonna see on this track into the next corner. The fights are going a bit crazy. But here we are looking for the number 3 on the right side, where we start to brake. We can go completely to the right side here. Try to stay on the curb. Then we go into 2nd gear. We aim for the inside here. Hug the curb here. Don't go too much inside. You can see it's going a little bit down there, so the car will jump if you go in there. Try to avoid that, especially in a fight. Then you can go on the throttle pretty early again. Stay on the track here. Don't clip the gravel and grass. Would be perfect. For the next corner, we can see the bridge, and it's kind of a feeling thing here for me. You can look to the right side though. As soon as this comes up, you start to brake, or you just get the feeling for it. And then you keep it on a low braking though, like 40% or something, or you're gonna lock up. Keep it 3rd gear, keep it to the inside, early throttle again on the outside, and everything is good. Next corner, you shift into 4th gear here. You can clip a little bit of the grass, and you turn in, you lift the throttle. Maybe don't even lift it that much. That can also work. Maybe I lost a little bit of speed here, and just try to keep it on track. It's pretty easy to get an off track here. So here you can aim for the number 3, in between the number 3 and number 2, or the white lines down on the track here. You start to brake, then you go into 2nd gear, you try to hack the curb on the inside, you go to the outside, and then next corner is pretty interesting. Here we keep it 4th gear, full throttle, then we lift the throttle off, we start to trail brake a little bit. Not even more than that. Just like 8 to 10% is enough for this corner here. Try to stay a little bit to the outside here, because we want to aim for that exit that is coming up. Then we hit the throttle, and if we got it right, we can stay full throttle, try to keep it inside, go fully to the outside, and we get a perfect corner here. Next one is kind of tricky. You can clip the grass here. It's not a problem. Between 2 and 1, you can clip the grass. Lift a little bit of the throttle, and bam, easy done without an off-track close though. You can turn in a little bit later, then you can maybe lift a little bit less, so it could be faster even, and that works perfect. Be careful of the dirty air, of course, that can drag you to the outside there. Then we have the number 4 sign, and there we start to brake, go down into 3rd gear, heavy braking here. Stay on the trail brake as usual, clip the curb on the inside, and at that apex we hit the throttle again. Be sure to not get an off track here. It's pretty easy to get an off track. We want to stay a little bit to the right side to not get an off track. Something like this should be on the limit. Then we go to the right side onto this curb, 4th gear, and almost full lift. You can even lift a little bit less, and then you should be a little bit faster. You can completely go to the outside here. I think I lifted a little bit too much in that corner. Then we start to brake as soon as the asphalt patch is starting to switch here, and it's getting a little bit darker. And we can start to brake. 3rd gear, keep it to the outside, then go to the inside with that trail braking. Hit the curb and the throttle quite at the same time. And make sure to use all of the track that you have on the outside here. And with that, you get a great exit for the straight line, which will be important for the fights, because this is one of the 2 straight lines which are coming up here for the crazy fights in the Porsche Cup. And that's basically how you do a 2.7.112. And this is how Road America works. So I hope this helped you a lot. I hope I'm going to see you on track next week. And I hope I'm going to see you in the streams again. Have a great one. Adios.